We're going to handle tuning. Your guitar will go out of tune due to humidity, temperatures, or just playing, or whatever it is. We're going to talk about some solutions to tuning your guitar. The thing I would say, if you're just generally knocking around with your guitar, yeah, it's great to have it in tune. That's a good habit to have. If you can't happen to have it in tune, it's still kind of relative to itself. You're all right, maybe, if it sounds good just to mess around with. The reason we want a guitar in tune, ultimately, is because when we start playing with other musicians, then if you're tuned and they're not, or vice versa, then it's going to sound wrong. Someone's going to sound out of tune against somebody else's tuned instrument, and that's your problem. So it's all about relative elements. And now the one old-fashioned way that tuning used to be able to have to happen was finding an E note from somebody. So another instrument playing that E for you, and then like the bass E. And I think this bass E is a little bit sharp, for example, right? But we'll just call it this for the example. So you could take it from either of the E's. This one maybe is a touch. Anyway, and if you then get that one in tune, right? And then, so by ear, turn your peg and get it in tune. If you then hold that E string at the 5th fret, and the 5th fret is where this magic happens, with one exception at the 4th fret, okay? So you've just got to learn this, basically. 5th fret, hold your finger on the 5th fret E string and play it, and then play the string below it open, the A string, and it should be the same note, roughly, right? Now, this one's a little bit sharp and needs to come down, right? But this is how you can kind of tell you're tuning in the old-fashioned way. And then you do the same again. Hold the A string and play the D string below it. So hold the A string at the 5th fret and then play the D string below it, right? So we've got that. And you get this kind of... So one of them's out of tune. And then when it comes to the G string, this is where we take it to the 4th fret, yeah? And play the B open. So again, we're not tuned up here. So you'd have to kind of listen and twiddle it. You don't need to do that anymore. It's good to know how it used to be. Now you know. Right, you've sort of lived through it. Rather than all those years, rather than 30 years of it, you've lived through 3 minutes of it. A lot better. What you can do is get either an app on your phone or something, and you can get free ones. Or you can buy a clip-on tuner, for example. One of these little dudes. Something like this. This is a cheapy little one. It will not cost you a lot. I'm not sponsored by anything. This is just the one that got thrown in when I bought a guitar. And the way it works is you clip that on your headstock. So this is the headstock. You pop that on the end like that. And I can turn and show you kind of what it's doing. And then it's got this little meter here. So when you play a note, it can listen to the vibration, right? So it found it. It found the tuning. But it's a little late, and you'd maybe like that green to come up straight away. So if it's below it, then if it's one side of it, then you need to tune up, and if it's too much the other side, then you need to tune down. And that's basically how you will be tuning your guitar. And you already know the string names. So that's the easiest way. So just have one of those on you. And, you can sort of leave it on the guitar. Although, one little last tip, if you end up hearing weird vibrations on your guitar, it could well be that, kind of reacting to something. Because I've had these buzz before. So, if you've got a recording going on, you might want to just pop that off. If you can hear some buzzing. And there you go. That's essentially tuning. Just try to get it right. And sometimes that fine tuning, literally, is measured by something called cents. C-E-N-T-S. ENTS, and you'll see that, and you know, it might be a case of 2 cents or 1 cent out or whatever. Also, a lot of digital audio workstations have a built-in tuner mode, for example, and so on. You know, a tuned guitar is a good thing. So this is a brilliant investment. Get one, get familiar with it. See you at the next one.